YouTube. My name is Tom and I'm the crypto investor, and today I just wanted to talk you through this news that's developing of El Salvador becoming the world's first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Now we'll jump to the video of this announcement in a minute. So this is the President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador, and he appeared on video at the Miami conference about an hour or so ago now and announced in quite breaking news really that Bitcoin will be put forward to Congress to be legal tender within El Salvador. So I think the first thing to understand is that he doesn't have the ability to sign this into law. Of course, it has to go to Congress, and I'm at this point unaware of how high a probability that would be, but it's coming from the president. So it's significant. It's really an exciting development for Bitcoin to see this happen. Bitcoin's where they've been rolling out the Lightning Network, and so it would mean currently you have 70% of El Salvadorians do not have bank accounts, and this would give them the ability to be able to hold capital in their own wallet and send it between themselves without any fees because of the Lightning Network being there, and the same obviously sending it to companies. Let's watch the video and then discuss it a bit more. So here we go.
I believe Bitcoin could be one of these ideas. That is why next week I will send to Congress a bill that will make Bitcoin a legal tender in El Salvador. In the short term, this will generate jobs and help provide financial inclusion to thousands outside the formal economy. And in the medium and long term, we hope that this small decision can help us push humanity at least a tiny bit into the right direction.
Okay, so it becomes hard to hear him now over the Bitcoin maxis who lose their mind and are very excited about this. Gentleman Jack, who's been spearheading this behind the company Strike, presents his El Salvadoran shirt and cries. He's very emotional of this and what he's achieved. He's very passionate about Bitcoin. He then goes on to share some of the salient points within the proposal, which are these central banks are increasingly taking. Excuse me, let's move this out of the way. Central banks are increasingly taking action that may cause harm to the economic stability of El Salvador. So this is something. So the large developed nations, European countries, and America and the UK and Japan are able to print currency without devaluing their currency too much because of their strong economies, whereas most developing nations don't have the opportunity to print money, to create money out of thin air. And so this has always put developing nations at a disadvantage. If El Salvador wants to buy some oil or some lumber or some lean hogs or whatever it may be, then El Salvador is going to have to buy some dollars and then buy that product because most global commerce is done in dollars. Now if they adopt Bitcoin, they should have a more sound capital that will appreciate over the US dollar in time, should past performance be indicative of future performance. And so this will give them a much more steadier footing to potentially work with. It's super bold, super brave, big old move from El Salvador, but it could well work. So they've said that in order to mitigate the negative impact from central banks, it becomes necessary to authorize the circulation of a digital currency with a supply that cannot be controlled by any central bank and is altered in accord with objective and capital criteria. So this is it, taking the control back into their own hands. So we remain to see whether this of course will be voted through by Congress in El Salvador, but it's quite a striking move, quite a big development for Bitcoin. So let's just quickly look at the charts, and Bitcoin's been stuck in this kind of pennant with lower highs and higher lows, and it's really getting to this kind of point where it's going to have to make its mind up. As the news was broken, we actually saw a red candle coming down, which I'm quite surprised by. There was discussion that an announcement would be made today, so many people perhaps were disappointed with this news, and there was a case of selling, buying the rumor, sell the news. But I think this news is fairly big, so I was surprised to see that selling. We have since had a couple of green candles, and we're just holding on this bottom lower support line. If that breaks, then look out towards 30,000. But the fact that we haven't really had much buying on the back of this news is not great for Bitcoin. So that's what it looks like from the chart perspective right now. All right. So yeah, just want to share that with you. I hope you found that interesting. Hope you found that useful. I will update you as and when we get further developments on this story. But yeah, an interesting piece of news coming out of El Salvador. Please do like and subscribe if you found this in any way useful, and I will speak to you soon. All the best.